I don't know. Just I don't like any of that stuff. I keep my life very like positive, and so I don't want to see anyone get hurt.
How are you feeling after the first episode of the reunion aired?
It's hard to watch, but it was harder to do it. So, every day dissipates the experience, and it's fine.
Were you surprised that Kyle kind of came after you like that?
Completely.
Yeah, was that completely like blindsided by that?
Yeah, I mean, we ended the season where I was like, she actually confided in me, and I'm so supportive of her and her family. So I think her energy was very much misdirected. And I think people saw that. But, people act out, as we've seen, when you feel like you don't know where to go. So maybe she just saw me as a random target. It was really, really weird.
Have you spoken to her since then?
Since the reunion? Yeah. Well, we've messaged each other and stuff like that, yeah. But it was weird.
Yeah, it seems like this reunion, like everybody left and didn't really leave on good terms. Did you feel like that as well?
I left on, I think, better terms with most than some of the other. Yeah. I left smiling, where I think I might have, Garcelle, Sutton, and I left smiling.
You stayed for the toast.
Yes, yeah. So I drank like 12 drinks or whatever.
Like, I'll take that.
Yeah.
I mean, where do you stand in this whole Kyle, Kathy, Lisa disaster?
Look, I obviously think it's horrible, to be honest, but coming from a very, very tight Chinese family, that's number one. And so I hope that can get resolved, and I hope friends will encourage that, because that's my position on it.
Lisa blow things out of proportion, because we still don't know exactly what happened.
I don't know what happened.
Right, yeah.
I know what I saw, but the rest of it had nothing to do with us. So I hope that there can be resolve and forgiveness, and really it's about the family. It's not about us.
Right. There's been some rumors and some talk about some cast shakeup. Do you feel like that should happen?
Look, I heard that last year, and then they kept everyone, and I don't know. I feel like I never want to say people should leave or not, because if you want to stay, you should stay. But that's really, I can deal with everybody. It's not.
Is it hard though with this group, because it does feel like certain alliances form? So is that?
That's a hard part of it. Yeah, and I'm certainly not a part of any alliance. So, but if that's their prerogative, then I'm just going to always stand alone and be myself, and if that's what people do, that's what people do.
Yeah, a big part of the reunion too is Diana and Garcelle's speaking about the bots and things like that. Yeah. What's your opinion on that?
I hope they can find out who it is. I feel like I remember calling producers right before reunion. I feel like that for me was impactful to know. We still don't know. Regardless of who sent it, it's disgusting and unacceptable, and I really hope it never happens again. I hope this is a lesson for us as a cast of what we put out there, and for the rest of the world to just, like, it is a TV show at the end of the day. We all go home to our families and soccer practice, and that's what I do. And so to see that level of vitriol is, it takes the show to a place that's no longer fun and entertaining. And Garcelle's sons, they're so sweet. I just adore them. It's horrible what happened, and I hope it never happens again.
Definitely. It was a really uncomfortable thing to watch, because kids should not be involved in that. And how are you doing? I know that this was obviously a difficult season for you too, because you opened up about your eating disorder. So where are you in recovery, and how are you feeling?
I'm good. It was hard when it was happening. I was kind of surprised that I even said it out loud, and I said it on social, and I forget that ends up coming on the show. I was like, oh, that's separate. I'm like, maybe it wasn't. But, I said yes to doing this show to not only represent myself, but represent the things that are great in my life, and also the struggles of my life, and hopefully help people. And this was one of those situations that, it's a character in me that, like, I want to resolve, and I know people have stuff like that too. So if it can help others, then
help others. It's a good thing. Yeah. And then one more thing: what was your reaction when you found out that Lisa and Erica may have been leaking the news of Kathy to the press? Because that kind of took me by surprise.
Yeah, I don't think I had enough time to react because that was literally the last 10 minutes of filming this season. So I had already left, and they're like, come in. I was like, so I walked into it, and I was sort of trying to pick up the pieces whilst it was happening. So I went home and like, I don't even know if I absorbed it. I was just like, oh, we wrapped, you know, like absorbing just the end of it. But as it sort of continued, it was, I don't know, just I don't like any of that stuff. I keep my life very like positive, and so I don't want to see anyone get hurt.
Otherwise, they're going to become the 14 friends, right?
Yeah, I'm like, it's just not, I feel like the show has enough drama that we can just keep it on camera. But
And a fun question to end it. Who's your Bravo crush?
Oh my gosh. I'll tell you who I met recently. It was Cynthia Bailey. And she's really, really nice. We've been trying to get together. She's been working a lot, and so have I. But I'm excited to see her today.
Love it.